Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adi Mustaqim bin Azman Johari and I'm from Group M3. The purpose of this video is to show you how to do an assembly mates in SolidWorks. So without further ado, let's move on and open your SolidWorks. So first of all, we're going to open the SolidWorks and then we're going to select an assembly. So to do an assembly, we're going to click on the view origin and the mark of the arrow will appear on your middle of the screen. Then we're going to browse and select knee, and then we're going to click it using your mouse and click it on the origin. So we're going to close it, the view origin, and then we're going to insert two components, saddle and the table. The saddle will be placed on the left of the knee and the table will be placed on the back of the knee. So we're going to make it bottom of the saddle and the top of the knee. Then we're going to click right and then we're going to make the part of the saddle here and the part of the knee there. So right, and then we're going to make the saddle with the table. As you can see here, we cannot move it to the left and the right. Now we're going to make the table and the saddle, the bottom of the table and the top of the saddle. So after this, as you can see, the table and the saddle are moving. So now we're going to make the right plane of the table and the right plane of the saddle. This function is to not make the table and the saddle move. So now we're going to do the front plane of the assembly and the front plane of the saddle. And now we're going to use mmgs, millimeter and gram second. So we're going to put 250 millimeter. So now you have it a table and the saddle they are not going anywhere. So now we have to rename the last coincidence as a saddle lock, and the last distance will be table lock. Okay, after that we're going to insert three components, which is bracket, head and scale. So just place it right like that, and now we're going to hide the table. Click there and there will be button for the hide. So now we're going to select the back of the bracket and the front of the saddle. So we're going to make it, and the top of the bracket and the top of the saddle we're going to make it, and we are going to make a distance 3 mm. So now we're going to make the right plane of the bracket and the right plane of the saddle. So the bracket will be on the middle of the saddle. After that, we're going to make the head with the bracket. So we select the top of the bracket and the bottom of the head. Make sure to select it at the very bottom. So now after this, we're going to make the bracket hole with the head hole. We're going to use a select other until we can see inside of this head. So as you can see, there are cylinder in the head, Now we're going to make it as a concentric. And lastly, last but not least, we're going to mate with the saddle and the head using a parallel. So now we're going to select the scale to mate with the head. So after mating the head with the scale, we're going to unhide the table. So now we are going to open the other part using the open file at the top, and then we're going to select a pillar. So this pillar, we're going to use a window and tile horizontally. So we're going to make it using extrude tool, then drag it into the assembly. For the right part of the table and then the left of the table also same, we're going to use extrude tool. So now we are going to close the pillar and then we have it. So now what's next, we're going to open the file at the right. So right now we're going to select two components, but before that we're going to pin it so it will not close if we click on the screen. So we're going to choose clamp and then we're going to choose pin. After settle, we're going to unpin it and click on the screen. So now we have it, a two component. Now we're going to align it using right plane, top plane. So I'm using a shortcut. Just press Ctrl 1, Ctrl 2, Ctrl 3, Ctrl 4 until 7. 7 is isometric view. So now we're going to mate the clamp with the pillar, but before that we're going to move with triad, and then we're going to open the delta and then click 3 times and then click on the screen. So we'll have it. So then we're going to make it. Click on the pillar and the clamp, and then we're going to click on the pin and a clamp. Lastly, we're going to mate with the scale. So we are going to use the two components. On the left side, we're going to press Ctrl and then we drag the clamp and the pin. So we're going to do same with the pin, but now we're going to do it on a clamp. Enter 90 degree and click 3 times. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. So now we're going to mate with the pillar, and after that we're going to mate pin with the clamp and the clamp with the scale. So now back to this, we're going to mate with the face of the scale and the pin. So click on the assembly, select hidden tree, and then open view features. Search for the clamp, and then right click and view mates. Sorry, not clamp, pins. Right click and then view mates. Then we're going to zoom on the last coincidence. So now we are going to enter some distance, 3 mm, and then flip dimension, so it will appear on the outside of the pin. Then as you can see, the table is not going to move anywhere because they are suppressed. And now we are going to rebuild, and then lastly open the mates and then control saddle lock and table lock, and then we can suppress, and then we can move the table. So that's all. And if you want to do it to the normal, and we press unsuppress. So that's all from me. Thank you.